Alright, this video is to finish up section 5.2. I didn't quite get a chance to do it in the other video, but I want to go over examples 5 and 6 just in case you want to check your work, make sure you got understanding on these. Alright, and so again, the whole point of this lesson is to tie together the idea between the solutions of a polynomial, its factored form, and its standard form, and also talk a little bit about the graph. First thing on this one that we probably want to note is that we have a repeated answer. 0 is repeated answer. So again, we say 0 has a multiplicity of 2. Okay, so that's just kind of some vocab that they might ask you about on the test. And a repeated answer is called a multiplicity. And since it's there twice, it's a multiplicity of 2. The other two answers have multiplicity of 1. There's only one of each. All right, so then to write a factored form, basically, if you have 0 solutions, then you must have little times x factors, 2 of them for each 0. And then to get a -3 answer, you must have had an x plus 3 factor. And to get a +4 answer, you must have had an x minus 4 factor. Okay, so now we got to multiply all that together to get standard form, and it should be an x to the 4th because there's 4 answers. And it's not too bad. You can do x times x real quick. That's x squared. And then these two just FOIL them. So you'd have x times x and -4 times x, 3 times x, and 3 times -4. All right, and then combine your like terms. So that would be a minus x in the middle there. And now that we're here, we don't need to draw a grid. You can if you want, but it'd just be a 3x1 grid because all we have to do is take x squared times all those parts. So if we do that, we'll get the x to the 4th, and then x squared times -x would be -x cubed, and then -12 times x squared would be -12x squared, right? And that would be our standard form polynomial that has these solutions. Okay, and then to look at the graph quick, this is a weird deal, but basically the solutions will show up on the x-axis. So we're going to have it crossing at 0, -3, and +4. Okay, and then also we learned about in the last lesson that multiplicity bounces. So this is a positive to the 4th, so it's going to have this shape, right? And it's going to be bouncing at 0. So my guess is it's going to look something like that. Sorry for the poor drawing, but it's going to be bouncing at 0 and have that W shape. If you want to confirm this again, just type the standard form equation in your calculator and you should be able to get a graph that looks like that. Graphing is really not the focus of this, so I'm just sketching them here in this lesson. All right, last example. The only thing that's really tricky or different on example 6 here is they have this little squared notation, and don't let that freak you out. That just means there's 2 little x minus 3 factors. All right, so if we were to expand it out, it would look like that. And that's significant because when we do our zeros, we have 1 0 from this times x, and then we have x equals 3 twice. Because there's 2 minus 3 factors, we have the x equals 3 twice, which again is called a multiplicity of 2. So we would say 3 has a multiplicity of 2. Right, and then if we wanted to draw the graph quick, this one would bounce at 3 and cross at 0 also. So we do one spot of x equals 0 and then x equals 3. And then it's going to have that squiggle shape and bounce at 3. So it looks something like that. All right, as far as standard form, this is oftentimes the trickiest part. We got to multiply all these together, but you can pick the order. So I would probably multiply the x minus 3's first and then take that times x. So we'd have x squared and then a minus 3x, another minus 3x, and a plus 9. Combine your like terms, so it'd be minus 6x. Okay, and then the final step would be to bring down the times x, so that when we distribute that, we get x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x. Okay, and that would be our standard form polynomial. All right, that concludes 5.2. Again, hopefully you understand this connection because it's going to be super important later. Like one of the ways we'll be able to solve this x cubed is just graph it and then get the answers by looking at the graph. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.